Hey you guys, this is Lorie at TMI Gifts, and on this episode, I am going to show you a different ways on how to attach ribbon to your wreaths. Right now, we're going to learn how to do ribbon tails. So if you've done a mesh wreath, or if you've done an evergreen wreath that you've put some mesh in, and you need to you want to add those ribbon tails coming out all over either your swag, teardrop, or your mesh wreath, whether it's your wort wreath or your evergreen that you've put mesh in. I'm going to show you how to just do ribbon tails. Okay, so I have my mat here, and what I want to do is I want to measure my tails out. A lot of people do a lot of different lengths. You could do 12 inches, you could do 15 inches. Some people do a back piece that is a little bit longer than a front piece and graduate it down. And right now, if you're a new wreath maker, what I would suggest is cut all of your tails at the same length. Okay, so right now today, what we want to do is maybe make those, let's see, we're going to make those about, we're going to do about 12-inch. If you're doing a really large wreath, you might want to do 15-inch, but let's do about a 12-inch. But they make different things. They call a ribbon board, where you can actually take your ribbon and wrap it around that board, and all of your ribbon tails are the same length. What I'm going to do is, now that I've got that started, this is just like a really quick way of what I've learned to do, is once I have my template, I just lay, if you've got a mat, the mat's going to work fine, but I will lay that on top of there, and then I'll just keep cutting my tails to the length. Now, if you do this enough, you'll know exactly how many of these that you need for a wort wreath. If you want to go all the way into every time that you have on your wort wreath. In this case right here, I have done this on an evergreen wreath, and so I'm just going to kind of fill in. I'm going to add a bow to it, and so I don't want to waste my ribbon where I'm actually going to put my bow. So I'm just going to do me about 10 of these ribbon tails. 1, 2, 7. Okay, I have 10 ribbon tails here, and I'm going to set those aside because this is my first ribbon, and I'm going to layer these ribbons on. So I'm going to do this other ribbon here, and I'm going to cut it as 12 inches as well. And now, if you have a ribbon holder, would be great in this situation, where you can just roll it off and keep cutting. It would hold on to your ribbon. Cutting this at 12 inches, and I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do 10 of these as well. Now, remember, there's no rule of thumb. You have to figure out what you want. I may have to come back and cut me a few more when I'm doing this design, and I'm cutting all of these the same. If you want them in dimensions, or like some people cut their ribbon and they'll do longer pieces for the outside of their wreath, and as they get closing in onto the middle part of the wreath and they want to do ribbon tails, they'll do those a little bit smaller. So there's different techniques out there and different ways to add this ribbon tails. What I'm showing you now is how to add a ribbon tail, okay? And as you're designing, you're doing things like you're adding ribbon tails, and you're also doing bows in with it, and you're adding a lot of embellishments. So you don't have to do a ribbon tail on every time in a wort wreath, or on your evergreen. You don't have to go symmetrically all the way on the outside, because your design is going to determine that. If you had a ribbon board for tails, you could just wrap that around there and cut it all at one time and get your length all at the same time. Now I'm going to do one more ribbon, and it's going to be a green ribbon. To pull out some of the green, you can do some yellow in with this as well, but I want to do some green to pull out the green in my lemon leaf. And I'm going to do these at 12 inches as well. And I'm going to do this one. I'm just going to roll it off and cut all of these one time. Then you're going to see The prep work is what you have to put your time in. You got to get your prep work done. Now, do you have to do a dovetail? No. You could angle cut part of your ribbon and dovetail the rest, but I'm going to dovetail all of my ribbon. That is a preference. I'm taking and I'm folding my end, and on my non-folded side, on my outer edge, I'm cutting upward from there into the folded part. And I'm putting about 3 ribbons together and doing the fold and then cutting. Okay, I have all my dovetails on my green. I'm going to do the same with my orange, and then I'm going to show y'all how we're going to layer this on. We have all of our ribbon cut. Okay, now we're going to layer these. We're going to do the orange, and then we're going to put our lemon on top of it, and then we're going to put our green on top of it. And then we're going to fold this in half to mark it, and that is going to be where we're going to gather it up and put it into our wreath. This is our wreath base that we're going to take, and now we're going to take all of our tails. We have folded that into the middle, okay, and then we're going to go around the edges, and we're just going to attach these tails in. And it can be on top of the mesh that you already have there, or it could be in a different spot. Work wreath, you're going to have to hit exactly where you have attached your mesh at on a work wreath, because your tines are there. So you're taking 2 tines, you're wrapping it in, and then you have your tails here, and then you're going to separate. Now, if you're going to the outside, you might want to do them just a little bit longer. We cut these at 12 inches. A good 15 inches is always good. That fold on that wire is just giving me a good center here. And I'm just going to keep going around and adding these tails in. And then as I get those tails added in, I'm just going to pull that ribbon apart just to get those tails out there. So now I've attached all my tails that I made, and I only made 10. You could go in and attach a few more over here, but I know that I'm going to add a bow, and I'm going to add a sign and some other things. So this is how you get your tails into a evergreen wreath and add it to what you have here on your mesh. Okay, you guys, I am going to show you how to 2 different techniques into one is what I'm going to show you, and it's using ribbon. So here is a teardrop, or you can call it a swag, but this is a teardrop that I've added mesh into. And so what I want to do is I'm going to add ribbon to it. Now I am going to add a bow, but I'm going to show you 2 other techniques besides adding a bow to it. I'm going to show you how to actually do a loop to attach to your wreath or your swag. And then I'm going to show you how to waterfall your ribbon as well. Okay, if you have a pattern ribbon and this ribbon got rolled onto the roll backwards. So my pattern's running this way, but if I make my loop or I waterfall my ribbon, my pineapple's going to be upside down. So we can't have that. So a lot of times you're going to have to waste some ribbon and roll some extra ribbon off, okay? So I know that I'm going to make a loop with my ribbon, and then I want to waterfall it down, okay? So I'm making a loop with this ribbon, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and cut, and I'm going to cut my ribbon so I have a tail that's out. So I'm going to add my loop at right here. Now you could go anywhere. This could be at the bottom and you just want to make a loop, and that's all you're doing is making a loop and attaching it to your teardrop, your swag, your wreath, and this would be a loop technique. But I'm going to loop and I'm going to waterfall down. So let me add some other ribbons to it, okay? So I've got my loop here, and I don't want to loop any more of my ribbons, but I do want to waterfall my ribbon down. So I'm going to add my ribbons in. I have 3 different ribbons here. I have a 2.5 inch, a 1.5, and a 7/8 inch ribbon here. And I'm just going to lay them on top of each other, and I'm not going to cut them. And I'm going to add them in where my loop is at the top. Now you could put a Chanel stem, or you could put a zip tie right in behind this and put that in. I'm going to put me a tail at the back of my 2.5 inch. I'm going to lay that right back into my mesh and to my tines, and I'm just taking those tines and twisting it all the way around that. And so then I'm going to have a loop. I've got a tail, and then I've got my tail here that I made earlier that's going this other way. So we have all of our tails and we have one loop. So we've added a loop and we've got some tails. Now we have this in here, and so we just have a couple little tails, and you can leave these at all different lengths, and you can dovetail or you can angle cut. But now I'm going to waterfall this down my swag. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking my layers, okay, and I'm just figuring out where do I want this to land. Okay, I'm going to make me a little bit of puff here, and I'm waterfalling down, and I'm going to the side, and then I'm taking the tines, and I'm wrapping those tines around that little waterfall effect. And when I do that waterfall, then I'm just going to pull my mesh apart. Okay, now this part we will embellish with a bow, or we will embellish with some florals or some things like that. So here we have all of our ribbons, and we have waterfalled those down. Turn this down. You just want to separate really good where you can see your ribbons. Okay. Then you want to come and take and cut all of your ribbons. And they could be at different lengths. Kind of like doing your tails. And you have all your ribbons here. Then you can waterfall down from here over to the other side, or you might want to do a waterfall starting here and coming on down as well into your swag. This is how you can do a loop and add some waterfall, and we can come back and add a bow later. If you like anything you see here, check it out at tmigifts.com. Also, if you're watching us, subscribe and hit the like button. Everything here available at TMI Gifts.